All right, that was crazy what we just watched. Padres, they walk it off. Five-run lead in the ninth inning. And Eno De Los Santos can't throw strikes. Robert Suarez has to come to the game, has an amazing entrance. Then he gives up a first pitch grand slam to Alec Thomas, of all people. The D-backs pinch hit Ketel Marte, and they have Randall Grichuk go in there. And Randall Grichuk hits the home run. I think it was a 2-run homer to take the lead. 5-run lead. You should not be losing that lead in the ninth inning, but then comes the San Diego Padres, who are just different from last year. This is a different team. They have Jurickson Profar, the P and MVP for Jurickson Profar, with the game-tying homer that he had today. And then I tweeted, and I was getting dragged for it, like, oh, you're jinxing it on social media. I said a Manny walk-off would be sick. Well, he walked it off, that's for sure. Is that his Padres signature moment? I know he had a walk-off against the Giants. I think it was last year, maybe the year before that. And I was at that game too. But considering the circumstances, you just gave up a gigantic lead, the biggest choke job of the season. And Profar hits the game-tying homer, and then you hit a walk-off homer like that to not even have to go to extra innings. This night, the circumstances also, this was the biggest crowd in Petco Park history. Guess what? It wasn't a Dodger game. So you Dodger fans that are probably watching this, you can't go say, oh, well, that's why Petco has big crowds because of Dodgers or the Yankees or anything like that. No, this was Padres D-backs. So Padres fans, props for showing up. Jackson Merrill, what a game he had. David Peralta continues to show up. And yeah, Profar, he didn't have a hit yet. I was waiting for him to get that hit tonight. It felt like he was the only one that didn't have a hit in that lineup. And boy, did he deliver in the biggest moment right there to tie the game. I mean, this crowd went nuts. I know some people went home, but those that went home, they probably learned their lesson and say, don't give up on this Padres team. This is not 2023 because holy cow. If you go home when the Padres have a deficit in the ninth inning again at all this season, that's on you, because the Padres should have just proven why you do not leave baseball games. You do not leave Padre games early, regardless of what just happened in that game. So incredible. I posted another video of in the moment when that happened. That crowd was electric. Freaking electric. That's what the beauty of sports is, really. That's what it is. I mean, jumping around with strangers, just looking at each other shocked at what just happened. And Manny Machado is that guy. Sure, there's been criticisms of him this year and in the past, but he showed up so freaking huge. Jurickson Profar deserves to be in the MVP conversation. I don't care what anyone says. Jackson Merrill, Rookie of the Year conversation, no doubt. He comes up big. I mean, they needed every run that they got here tonight, obviously. The ground ball, I think it was the first run that scored the run there, did his job. Obviously, the triple that he had as well, that brought in runs, and he was fired up there. From everything, the singles, the balls down the line. And yeah, of course, we don't want to have that get to that point where Manny has to walk it off, where Pro has to hit the game-tying homer. But it's one of those things that if you went to this game tonight like I did, you're not going to forget that moment. You're just not. Like, last year, the Padres would have lost that game. This year, they didn't. This team is different. I don't know if it's going to end up, where we all want it to, but special things are happening right now.